Once upon a time, in a charming village settled beside a whispering forest, lived a kind shoemaker named Thomas, and his loving wife, Mary. Thomas was known throughout the land for his beautifully crafted shoes, but alas, business had been slow. One evening, after a particularly disheartening day, Thomas sighed and said,
"Mary, we have barely enough left to buy bread. What will we do?"
Mary, always hopeful, responded.
Don't worry, Thomas. We'll find a way.
That night, they worked until they were too tired to hold their needles, crafting the last of their leather. They left a single pair of unfinished boots by the window, to be finished in the morning. The next morning, a miracle. A pair of perfectly crafted shoes sat in place of the unfinished pair. They were even more exquisite than anything Thomas had ever made. Mary gasped, her eyes wide with wonder, and said,
How is it possible?
Thomas, equally amazed, examined the shoes carefully and said,
They were impossibly perfect.
The following day, they found another pair of shoes, even more finely detailed than the first. This continued for several days. The shoemaker and his wife were both perplexed and delighted. They sold the mysterious shoes, and with the earnings, they were able to comfortably live again. One night, Thomas and Mary decided to stay up to see who was making the shoes. They hid in the workshop, peeking through a crack in the wall. As the moon cast its silvery glow, two tiny elves appeared. Elf 1, a sprite with emerald eyes, skillfully stitched leather, while Elf 2, with hair like spun gold, meticulously shaped the heels. Thomas and Mary watched in awe. When the elves were done, they vanished as swiftly as they had appeared. Thomas, full of gratitude, whispered,
Mary, we must thank them.
Mary nodded, tears welling in her eyes. They carefully crafted a small gifter basket filled with warm bread, cheese, and honey and left it near the window. The next morning, the basket was gone, replaced by a note.
Thank you, kind shoemaker. Your generosity is a gift in itself. We elves only wish to help those with kind hearts.
The note was signed simply, The Elves. From that day forward, Thomas and Mary continued to live comfortably, never forgetting the kindness of the elves. They continued to make shoes, but they made sure to always share their abundance with those less fortunate. Thomas said,
The greatest wealth is not in gold, but in kindness and generosity.
And sometimes, the greatest gifts come from the most unexpected places.
The news of the elves' kindness spread through the village, and everyone learned a valuable lesson. The simple act of kindness can create a ripple effect of good fortune, changing the lives of many. And so, the story of the shoemaker, his wife, and the elves serves as a timeless reminder that generosity and kindness, however small, can bring unexpected rewards and immeasurable joy.